In this video, I'm going to show you the behavior analytics. And so this is Google Data Studio. It was originally developed for web designers so that they could do a better job targeting advertising, basically so they could make more money. Now, people are using this for all sorts of stuff. There's a really cool Google Data Studio pandemic dashboard out there. Anyway, we're using it for education. And when you land here, you get the behavioral data pie charts. On the left-hand side here are the different pages of this Google Data Studio dashboard. And up at the top are different filters. So we can filter by student name, data, date range, subject, and block and time. And so where does the information for engage and participate come from? Well, it comes from the form you entered. Here's engage and participate. Did not meet expectation, partially met expectation, met expectation. Those are all right here. Met expectation, did not meet, partially met. Here's transition appropriately. We entered the data for transition appropriately at the bottom. So all of the data that you entered on the form appears here. So we can, let's take a look at our favorite student, Bob Cratchit. And so now we can just type in Bob to find him. And here's Bob Cratchit. And here's his data. And so we can see that about 3/4 of the time he's doing quite well. But let's take a look at Date Finder Tool. Date Finder Tool allows us to find days where he had difficulty. And so let's look at the Date Finder Tool and see if there are any days where he had difficulty. And sorry about my dog there. And we can see that on February 1st and on February 2nd, this student had some tremendous difficulties. So let's just look at those 2 days. So I'm going to change my date range to February 1st and February 2nd of 2021. February 1st and February 2nd of 2021. And we'll see we just have 2 bars now. And we can see that he had very few meeting expectations on those 2 days. And let's go back and let's look at the behavioral data pie charts. And we can see that more than 3/4 of the time, it looks like 84, 85, 83.3% of the time, he was not meeting expectations. Let's look let's see if we can find a subject that he had particular difficulty with. And so we can see that the history / social science stands out here, but I can also see something else. There's a gap in the data. We only have 4 subjects here, and we have a lot more subjects than that. So that suggests to me that that staff, instead of entering data, they were working with the student. And we need to remember students come first. The data is not as important as the student. So let's take a look at block and time and see if there's a time. And again, we have gaps in the data. We should have more information here for block and time, and we don't, probably because staff were working with the student and did not have time to enter data. Let's see if there's anything interesting in the comments, and there isn't. So on these 2 days, this student was having a lot of difficulties, and it looks to me like staff had their hands full. And so that's how you use the behavior data analytics. I hope you enjoyed this video.